Baby, you're the one for me. Baby, you are meant for me. I'm madly in love with you. Baby, you're the one for me. Baby, you are. I'm madly in love with you. Baby, one for me. Baby, you are meant for me. I'm madly in love with you. Baby, one for me. Meant for me. I'm madly in love with you. Never, never let you go.
Sorry, I forgot to turn my mic on. What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I guess, I don't know, not so happy Sunday. Y'all hear what's going on down there in, what is that, Waukesha, Wisconsin? I mean, it's just tragic, man. Tragic. I was getting ready. I was getting ready for my live, and I was listening to a little bit of Uncle Hotep's show. Shout out to Uncle Hotep. And I heard the story, man. It's just tragic, you know. You know, it's horrible, you know. But first, let's say hello to everybody in the chat. Synergy Strength. Yeah, we're about to jump into it soon, bro. Electric Surf Universe. What's up? What's up? Hotep and Bill, sir. Hotep and Bill. Hassan boy, what's going on? Happy Sunday, sir. The muzzleloader stream. Well, here in Maryland, muzzleloader season over, so might not be till next year. But you know, we'll try to get something done. Maybe next year, or maybe I'll do something for duck season. We'll see. We'll see. Not opposed to I'm not opposed to that. You know, why not? Why not? Anyway, let's get into it, man. The stuff coming out of Waukesha, Wisconsin is just sad, man. It's so sad. You know what I mean? Multiple dead and at least 20 injured after SUV slams into Wisconsin Christmas parade. Person of interest is in custody. So man. What up, Nelson? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Breezy, I'm about to get into it now, Breezy. So like I said, multiple dead and at least 20 injured after SUV slams into a Wisconsin Christmas parade. Person of interest is in custody. Take a look at this video, see what's going on here.
To know that so many in our community went to a parade but ended up dealing with injury and heartache.
Let's go ahead and restart that. I'm sorry, guys.
Faced horror and tragedy in what should have been a community celebration. I'm deeply saddened to know that so many in our community went to a parade but ended up dealing with injury and heartache. My heart goes out to all those affected by this senseless act. My heart goes out to those injured as well as to their families. My heart goes out to those who were witness to these events. My heart goes out to those who lost a loved one tonight. I want to thank all those who sprang into action tonight to provide help and comfort to those who were injured. I pray for all those that were injured that they recover. I pray for those who lost a loved one. Thank you to our police and fire departments as well as many others that have helped the city of Waukesha. There's other departments, the county, the state, the federal government has contacted me. They've all asked how they can help. I know that our first responders are also deeply affected by the events of today, and I pray for them and that they find healing and that everyone involved in this situation finds healing. Chief.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right, so let's see what the chief got to say about
Today's
this.
traffic incident occurred on November 21st, 2021 at 4:39 p.m. at Gasper Avenue and Main Street. The Waukesha Christmas parade was taking place when a red SUV drove through the barricades westbound heading down Main Street.
Can you speak up, please?
Yes, I can. The vehicle struck more than 20 individuals. Some of the individuals were children, and there were some fatalities as a result of this incident. We will not be releasing information on fatalities at this time while we are working on notifying the family members of the deceased. An officer did discharge his weapon at the suspect vehicle to try to stop the vehicle. No bystanders were injured as a result of the weapon discharge. The officer involved has been with the department for 6.5 years. Victims were transferred by Waukesha Fire Department to the hospital. Chief Howard will speak on that. Police
Is that right,
officers
Senator
also
Strange?
transferred victims to the hospital, and family members also transferred victims from the scene to the hospital. We're no longer looking for a suspect vehicle. We do have a person of interest in custody at the moment, but this is still a very fluid investigation. I was present at this tragic event and saw firsthand the resiliency of the community coming together. I also want to thank all law enforcement partners, both federal, state DCI, state patrol, Washington
Say
County
fair
Sheriff's
use.
Department, Brookfield Police Department, New Berlin Police Department, FBI, ATF, and all.
All right. It's tragic, man. It's so tragic. 11 adults and 12 children transported to the hospital because of some jackass that didn't give a shit about the well-being of some innocent kids and their families. Yeah, exactly, Hassan. I doubt if the Maxwell case going to stream. I completely doubt it. I completely doubt it. I'll be shocked if it is. I doubt if they're going to stream that Maxwell thing. I mean, she got so much dirt on everybody. You know what I mean? She got so much dirt on everybody. You think they're going to let that? No, they don't want nobody to see that. They don't want nobody to see that trial at all. Because who knows who's going to be implicated in that? You know what I mean? That's the thing. The redacted ain't trying to put the redacted out there. So I did see some, let me see, let's go over to Twitter real quick. Got the car, damn. Photos appear to show the red SUV involved in the Waukesha holiday parade incident. Jesus Christ, man. According to Tiffany Alaines, they're calling it a mass casualty incident. I mean, clearly, you know, just sad. Michaela J. Shout out to Michaela J. She says something isn't sitting right with her, with what's happening in Waukesha. It's starting to look like a bunch of red flags, and it's pissing her off, you know? I don't know. Yeah, that's true. It is. Yeah, from what I heard, it is no cameras in federal courts. You know what I mean? It's on Jeremy the Quartering's Twitter. I'm gonna go over there. think that's what it is? Yeah, they probably will pull a video. What up, Cosmo Group? So, just to recap, shout out to Cosmo Group, by the way. Waukesha, Wisconsin, some asshole ran his car through like 20 kids, and there's some adults that was having a Christmas parade, yo. Real sad, real sad. So we just looking at the story. So, let's see. You said the quartering. Let's go over there. Did I spell that right? Oh shit. Forgive me being kind of slow today. Let's see. Why am I not following this guy? Go ahead and jump in. Let's see what he got here. See if we can find it. So I don't know. So they only saying they fired a rifle. I don't know if that's the case. Nobody reported on that. Okay, so is this what you're talking about here? That's kind of hard to make out. You know, that's really hard to make out. It's just sad, man. I don't know, yo. It could have been some dick. It could be a terrorist attack. It could be some dickhead that was leaving a fucking bar from watching some football and did some stupid shit. What up, Ahmaud? Welcome to the live stream, sir. Hey, if you just coming in here, hit the like and subscribe button. Go back and check out some of my content. Pretty sure you'll like it. All right, so the quartering 2 hours ago saying black guy with dreadlocks. That's interesting. I don't want to speculate on it until they release the I guess the mugshot. So yeah, they said they got a person of interest in custody, but they won't release the name or the mugshot or anything like that. From the quartering, which, you know, according to some people that I follow, the quartering, he doesn't put out no half-ass information. But if it's going off an eyewitness, the eyewitness saw who it was. We'll see though. We'll see what happens. I appreciate that, Piper. I'm gonna go check that out. Give me a second. Oh, they waiting because if it is a black dude, they ain't trying to. They never do that, yo. Anytime a black person do something, they don't really try to release the race of it. But you know, if there was a white man, we'd have known that immediately. Yeah, you know, yeah. And those, you know, there was a couple of terrorist attacks with some U-Haul trucks and stuff over there back in the day. That's an interesting take, instead. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't know. I want to see what plays out. I always had that rule, you know, before I start speculating or reporting on anything as far as facts are concerned. You know, I try to wait 24 hours, you know, before I start saying, hey, this is definitely a black guy. This is definitely a white guy. This is definitely why they did it. You know what I mean? And right now, I'm just reporting on the story itself and not necessarily any of the facts of it because we don't know what it is yet. But I'm sure we'll know something by tomorrow. I'm sure CNN and MSNBC won't report it. You know, we'll probably go to some place like Fox News or One America or something like that just to get it. You know what I mean? You think so? I mean, a lot of people are saying that. A lot of people on the social medias and the interwebs are saying they feel like it's a retaliation thing. You know what I mean? And that's sad if that's the case. So you're gonna take it out on some unsuspecting, unrelated people. This is you know what I mean? It's sad, you know. And I hope that's not the case. I really do hope that's not the case, but we don't know. I don't know. Send me something on that, yo. I didn't hear anything about something happening down at the Pride event in Florida. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can find. Is it Piper? Give me a second. Let me see what we got here. Let me go to my notifications. I mean, Jesus, man. Seeing that video, man, my kufi on tight now too. Seeing that my kufi on tight now too, man. That don't look like something that wasn't intentional. That don't look like just some regular drunk person trying to go home and wasn't knowing what they was doing. They ain't know. That looked like that was some intentional shit. Yeah, I mean, and that would definitely be a hate crime in my opinion. You know. Oh yeah, I remember in New York. In New York, there was a U-Haul truck that did that. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if it happened in Florida. Actually, no, it did. Something like that did happen in Florida. You're right. You're right about that. I don't know if it was at the Pride event, but I know something like that happened in Florida. I know something like that happened in New York. Maybe like around Christmas time. You know what I mean? That video is tragic, man. That video is tragic. Jeez, man. I'm sorry to click out of that. You know how YouTube get. YouTube, you know how they do. But man, that looked like some intentional shit right there. I don't know what to think, man. You know, unless they get him and they make him, you know, he blow like a .10 whatever, you know what I mean? But that looked intentional to me. Oh yeah. No, I understand. I got you, Swinstead. Yeah. That's the thing, you know what I mean? You know, somebody should have been able to stop him. You know, somebody should have been able to stop that person. You know what I mean? You know, that's just, oh my God, man. You know, but, you know, I guess, you know, who would have thought that would go down at a, you know, who would have thought that would have went down, you know, not in Kenosha, in another part of Wisconsin, you know, at a Christmas parade, which in my opinion, you know what I mean, it's just horrible. I ain't know they was doing Christmas parades this early, you know what I mean? Thanksgiving ain't till Thursday, you know, but I guess, you know, they celebrating stuff earlier and earlier and earlier, you know what I mean? But that's just sad. Exactly, that's exactly what it looked like, Ahmaud. It looked like he made sure to hit some people. You know what I mean? Like he made sure, like he was going for the crowd and whoever else, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's clearly intentional. He slowed up and he went to the left and then he sped up. Jack Posobiec? Yeah, I do follow Jack Posobiec. Let's see what he got going on. Give me a second. Let's go back over to the. Let me go ahead and find Jack's Twitter. He's usually on my timeline. Let me see. Let me go to my timeline, see if I can find it. Here we go. Dang. Jack popped right up. Let's see what Jack got going on. Jesus. Hold on. Let's see what the hell going on here. Fuck it. All right, so check this out, y'all. Your favorite coon, Roland Martin. So Jack Posobiec says attacking a crowd at a Christmas parade is purely demonic. And here we go with Roland Martin and his race baiting ass. But you're perfectly fine with a white domestic terrorist on January 6th, huh? Like, come on, really, Roland Martin? You can't have a heart, yo. These people at a parade just sitting there chilling. You know, and they ain't protesting, they ain't rioting, they ain't doing nothing. They out there celebrating, you know, the holidays coming up, and you want to make it political, and then you just have no heart. You heartless. It's ridiculous, man. But then when people take him to task, he want to block them and act like a little bitch. Is a suspect from in state, and this is an annual event they usually hold around the 20th. So okay, I didn't know that. You're right, instead. Some people are just evil, man. Exactly, roly-poly Martin. Exactly. You know what I mean? Thin-skinned ass. He want to always go after other people. When people start coming for him, he can't deal. You know what I mean? Fucking clown, yo. Let's see what we got here on Jax.
Oh, summer. It sounds good right now after what we just experienced, doesn't it? Grilling out.
All right, so what is this? Senior law enforcement officials say investigators are looking into whether the driver was fleeing an alleged crime that took place before. Whoa. Okay, so here we go. It's getting kind of spicy now. So they think that he had already committed a crime and was trying to get away. What up, DMW? I know, right? Peace to you, sir. So they thinking that he committed a crime prior and was fleeing, and he did what he did. But still, people like that, lights just need to go out immediately. Immediately, lights out. Let's do this. Still got it up. See if any new news came up or something like that. I mean, it's just sad, man. Even Cernovich grifting. Look at this. The CNN's and I like Cernovich, but come on, yo. The CNN's dishonest coverage of Rittenhouse trial accomplished its goal of inciting terrorism. Was Waukesha unrelated? We'll find out soon. Like, that's just kind of like, I don't agree with that tweet, but as far as like, it's too soon. You know what I mean? You know, like the speculation. You know what I mean? What he's doing is basically doing what CNN was doing. You know what I mean? I hope he get the double whammy. I hope, man, listen, you know, you need to get more than a double whammy. You need to get the click clack. Exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, are you committing another crime? Are you trying to get away? So running over, running people over, you know what I mean? Come on. Okay. Hey, yo, somebody do me a favor. Somebody time Sticky Jaha up, you know what I mean? So somebody time him out. Anyway. So you said the quartering got something new? Let's check it out. Shit. Okay. Suspect via multiple sources in killing several and injuring scores more in the Waukesha just released 2 days ago on bond as well. Darrell Edward Brooks Jr. Jeez, man. Let's check this dude out. He don't even look like he got it all there. Just hit this one. This one. You know what? And it's crazy, right? So on one of my live streams, I try to explain to people the reason why a lot of these cities and stuff like that got a lot of these crimes that had, like, this dude, you saw his rap sheet. You know what I mean? He constantly keep getting let out, get let out, get let out until shit like this happen. They constantly get break after break after break, chance after chance after chance after chance until you do some shit like he just did. You know, if this is the person, if that's the real person, that's ridiculous, man. That's just sad. Is that right? Hey, look, I appreciate y'all bringing him up because I heard of the quartering. I've seen people say that he was reliable. Some reason I wasn't following him now. Straight up. I don't even think the Shine want to claim him, yo. Right, because they trying to politicize this was a retaliation, blah, 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 blah. That's what I mean by wait 24 hours before you start reporting on shit like that. Because if it's just some dickhead like this dude right here who may or may not have committed another crime previously, who did this shit just because, you know what I mean? You just politicized and started some shit for nothing. That's why I always say wait 24 hours at least. The Bongino rule is wait 48 hours. But I say at least 24. You know what I mean? Man, listen, they got that Soros money. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I know they did it in New York. And I know they did that in New York and some other spots. You know what I mean? You know, it could very well be. But this is sad, especially if that's the guy. You know what I mean? And it had nothing to do with no retaliation or no Kyle Rittenhouse case and none of that other stuff. You know, everybody itching. Hey, look at this shit, yo. Look at the car, yo. And then the nigga backed the... He did all that and then he backs the car into a spot. Hold on, what's this? Look on this real quick. Got a quartering on it, ain't he? You said his name Jeremy? See, this is how you report something. There's no indication currently it was political in nature. Exactly. Pure speculation. Pure speculation. And that's all it is. Like I said, that's why I didn't agree with what Cernovich just said. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Come on. Thanks, Breezy. Exactly. Better late than correct. I'd rather be late and correct than first and wrong. You know what I mean? Gotta have some integrity. You know what I mean, people? Hey. What's up, Jimmy Doss? Hotep and Bill, sir. Yeah. I hear that. Koofy on tight. But that's sad, man. My prayers go out to those families, those victims, man. It's tough. You know what I mean? It had been, you know, I couldn't imagine being there seeing that. You know what I mean? If I was them, I'd have formed a pitchfork mob and went and got that motherfucker. You feel me? But before I get out of here for real, I want to go to one more thing. So what I want to look at, right? So Nate the lawyer, shout out to Nate the lawyer, right? Nate the lawyer did a fantastic video on the directed verdict that I believe Finstead was telling me about, or yeah, I think it was Finstead. So as far as the Ahmaud Arbery case, yo, from what it looks like, his defense, the McMichael's defense, fucked them all the way around. You know what I mean? All the way around. So I wanted to take a look at that with y'all. It's I think it's like a 4-minute video or whatever. We're gonna take a look at it. Like I said, shout out to Nate the lawyer. And basically he's just gonna explain, you know what I mean? He's just gonna explain basically what you're looking at or what happened. And they got closing arguments. You know what I mean? They got closing arguments tomorrow at 9 a.m. Let's go ahead over here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this music. Like I said, shout out to Nate the lawyer, man. He did a fantastic video. We're about to check it out.
Today, we had 2 cases end. 2 cases ended today. The Ahmaud Arbery case ended because the defense's theory of the case was wrong on the law.
Judge, if you charge the jury the way you're contemplating, you are directing a verdict for the state.
My name is Nate the lawyer. If you are new here, we talk about the law and the facts. If you're about
Salute,
that life,
freelance
don't forget to
cheat
like
teacher.
this video, share this video, and subscribe
Salute.
to the channel. So the Ahmaud Arbery case comes down to one key question. Were the McMichaels conducting a lawful citizen's arrest? See, when they were attempting to detain Mr. Arbery, they needed a reason, a legal reason, why they can detain another citizen and deprive him of his rights. So the defense's theory of the case has always been simple. They were trying to conduct a citizen's arrest, a lawful citizen's arrest. You're looking at the arrest by person statute. Now, this is actually a defense exhibit from their opening statements. Now, the first sentence is clear. A private person may arrest an offender if the offense is committed in his presence or within his immediate knowledge. Then there's a second sentence, which is highlighted here, that says if the offense is a felony and the offender is escaping or attempting to escape, a private person may arrest him upon reasonable and probable grounds of suspicion. So now the defense's argument is that, hey, that first section doesn't apply to them, right? It doesn't apply. What does apply is this second section. Here is the defense attorney explaining the defense's theory of the case.
Second sentence the state didn't tell you about. The second sentence is, if the offense is a felony and the offender is escaping or attempting to escape, a private person may arrest him upon reasonable and probable grounds of suspicion. That's why Travis McMichael and Greg McMichael sought to detain Ahmaud Arbery. There was no crime committed in their presence. We're not contending there was a crime committed in their presence, but there was probable cause to believe a felony had been committed and that this man was attempting to escape or flee. That's why citizen's arrest is in this case.
Now, as you can see, the defense attorney is making it very clear that they can see the first part of the statute. This didn't happen in their presence, and they didn't have any immediate knowledge of it. Their sole argument for the lawfulness of their citizen's arrest is based on this second sentence. But now, the judge has to now charge the jury through jury instructions. So, does the judge just say, okay, the second part of the statute applies and the first part doesn't? Or do both apply? Well, here's what the judge had to say about it.
Tell you how the court's going to charge this. I don't read the statute the same way as the defense. There's I read into the statute. The first line addresses both felonies and misdemeanors. The second sentence narrows that then down to felonies. It doesn't discount misdemeanors. It just says in the case of felonies, if there's an escape going on, then the arrest can be effectuated. The way I read that is if it's a misdemeanor, the guy can be arrested, guy, gal, whoever it is, can be arrested by whoever is effectuating the citizen's arrest. But if they run, then you can't go chasing after misdemeanors. In the case of a felony, you can.
So check it. From day one, that's what I've been. So I didn't know about that statute. I just know they said they needed to have, witness the crime happening in order for them to have a citizen's arrest. So what Nate, the lawyer, is saying is that the defense is basically conceding, saying that, no, my clients didn't witness anything happening. They just thought something was happening. And they went to conduct a citizen's arrest, which isn't enough because you need to see the citizen's arrest happening in order to do it. So what happened is the defense thought they was slick. And they was like, well, they acted on this second part of this statement or this law and completely disregarded that first part of the law. You feel me? They disregarded the first part. You need the first part in order to be able to conduct the second part. The first part and the second part go together. It's just that the second part is saying, hey, if it's a felony, then you can give chase if they run. But if it's anything less than a felony and they run, you got to let it slide. So the McMichael's defense, in my opinion, just completely screwed him. Let's continue.
And a person who is chasing somebody who's escaping
straight up
on a felony that is justified upon reasonable and probable grounds for suspicion can effectuate the arrest. So the charge that I am going to provide, I'm going to amend a little bit from the state's language, and that is that a private citizen's warrantless arrest must occur immediately after the perpetration of the offense or, in the case of a felony, during the escape. If the observer fails to make an arrest immediately after the commission of the offense or during escape in the case of a felony, his power to do so is extinguished. I'm not going to comment on the legality or illegality, so I'm putting a period at the end of extinguished and removing the
ADMW don't agree with the interpretation, or are you talking about the McMichael's going to jail?
Yeah. Private citizen's warrantless arrest must occur immediately after the perpetration of the offense or, in the case of a felony, during escape.
I'm sorry, could you say that
Oh,
last
yeah,
one?
100%.
Or in the case of a felony, during escape. If the offender fails to make the arrest immediately after the commission of the offense or during escape in the case of a felony.
Yeah, being on the lookout and conducting an arrest.
That's what the court intends to charge.
I know, right? They done for, bro. They done for. They done for.
Both parts of the statute have to be fulfilled to have a lawful citizen's arrest.
There you go.
And the defense knows that charging the jury that they have to satisfy both parts of the statute essentially loses their case because they've just conceded earlier that they didn't.
I agree, Sven said.
Remember?
Especially tried to hide this shit. You know what I mean? Remember,
there was no crime committed in the.
Especially because they tried to hide this case. Remember when this shit happened, or when we found out about it, this had happened months prior. You feel me? They tried to bury this before, and then, then the footage came out, and that's when they had to reopen this case. They was going to bury this. They definitely done so.
In their presence. We're not contending there was a crime committed in their presence. We're not contending.
Essentially loses their case because they've just conceded earlier that they didn't. conform with the first part of the statute. Remember, didn't happen in their presence.
There was no crime committed in their presence. We're not contending there was a crime committed in their presence. But there was probable cause to believe a felony had been committed and that this man was attempting to escape or flee.
So that
right. Yo, Nate on it, man. Nate on it. Yo, so you heard it from the defense's mouth. Yo, I didn't think you can get any dumber than the prosecution from the Kenosha trial. Like, you just buried your client. You buried your client. You basically said, yeah, no, they ain't see shit, but they saw this suspicious black dude and they was like, he must have did something, and they went after him. That's what it sounded like. And then they went Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, I mean, according to everything, and then you saw he had the cameras in the house that they said he was in. I mean, he touched a couple of things, but he didn't take anything. You know what I mean? That's something I want to talk about. Thing is, what will they if they found guilty, which it looks like they're gonna be they're gonna be found guilty. What you think the sentencing is gonna be? I got a feeling it's gonna be something fucking light. It's just me. Oh, it's definitely some if you want to call some shit vigilante shit, that's some vigilante shit. You know what I mean? Especially if they're acting outside of the statute.
concession earlier that they were only applying to part 2 has now essentially lost them the case. And here's the defense attorneys arguing that point.
Judge, if you charge the jury the way you're contemplating, you are directing a verdict for the state. You are rendering the second sentence in which it describes reasonable and probable grounds of suspicion meaningless. It's in there presumably for a purpose. It's a different burden than
freelance teacher,
knowledge or presence.
I'm agreeing with you.
I would urge the court,
Christian McNair, manslaughter,
and eliminate.
That's
this,
what I'm thinking.
The state argue what they're going to argue.
I mean,
we have.
That's what I'm thinking is manslaughter, but I'm wondering what
the probable cause.
I'm wondering what's the
second sentence
penalty.
Last phrase.
What penalty they going to face?
Travis McMichael and Greg McMichael had on February 23rd for events that happened previously, and you are gutting all of it.
That's facts.
If you give this particular charge.
May I ask, Your Honor, if I know we're Friday at 2:30, if over the weekend we were able to email to you or your staff a full, complete with citations argument for what position we're arguing for here, that this contemporaneity of the offense for which you are fleeing and being chased.
Why don't we do this? This is what I intend to charge. I'm not going to reopen all of the charges. I understand the significance of the charge that is presented. I will, if I'm provided something, at least on a timely basis over the weekend, where I can digest and the state then have an opportunity to digest and respond. This charge.
So basically what they're asking is for the judge to reconsider how he's interpreting that law. Like, how you ask somebody to reconsider how that law is interpreted? I mean, as read as it's read. Even when I read it before Nate the lawyer said anything about it, I'm like, yo, it sounds like you need both of those to be true. You need the first part to be true in order for the second part to even matter, not vice versa. And the McMichael's offense just basically screwed them. They going down. They going down. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know if any of the mainstream media are going to even report on this Wisconsin thing, especially if it does come out to be that that's the guy that did it. I got a bad feeling that they not going to really report on that. They're going to try to focus more on this Arbery thing. Trish Wilson, welcome. No, they need to do some serious time for what they did. I mean, this, intentional or not, you killed a man. You killed a man because you felt like, you had some authority that you didn't have. I mean, I'm sure when this went down, they wasn't sitting there thinking about that statute when they went and pursued him. They felt like they were emboldened by the police because the police said, hey, keep a lookout for this guy if he comes back. You know what I mean? But keep a lookout for somebody don't mean you chase him down and try to arrest him. Keep a lookout for this guy mean, you know what I mean? Observe and report, give us a call. It's one thing if they would have just tailed him into the police court up to him and was able to detain him and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. It's going to be interesting. I know they got their closing arguments tomorrow. I think it starts at like 9 a.m. if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be super interesting. I know I'll be tuned in to see what happens. But, I hope it's justice for Ahmaud Arbery. Like I said, he wasn't no saint. We know that. From the case, yeah, I agree. You know what I mean? Yeah, I heard about him being on Tucker tomorrow. But I think the Michaels, they're done for. I think after the closing arguments, I don't think the jury takes long. I think the jury come back in like 10 minutes, you know what I mean, and give their verdict. This is basically, in my opinion, it's an open and shut case, and I think that's why they tried to bury this case in the beginning, because they knew what it was. They were protecting these two until that footage came out, and now they can't protect them. It's in the public eye, and it's in, they had to go to court. Oh, yeah. Straight up. But anyway, it's getting late. I gotta get up super early in the morning. Hey, y'all, if y'all new here, hit the like and the subscribe button. It really mean a lot to me. I'm trying to get myself to 1,000 subs. And I appreciate you guys coming through. Yeah. I kind of agree with you. It's going to be interesting. But the thing is, do you cover Wisconsin or do you cover this? You know what I mean? I don't got the mainstream media covering the Wisconsin situation. Either they or, oh yeah, you already know that's, but the thing about it is, maybe they keep pushing the cow thing, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Hit that subscribe button on the way out. Hit that like button on the way out. It'll mean a lot to me. And till the next time, guys, Ken and Hotep, holla at you.